War is constant, the gods are meddlesome, and the cost of magic is life itself. The calamity begins. Taliesimon is the first female dragoon warrior in living memory, but it's a position fraught with perils she never imagined, not the least of which is her inability to find her way to the front lines in any conflict. When a lost and forgotten enemy attacks Taliesimon's home, she is first to rush to its defense. But these creatures are not goblins, they are not unorganized, and they are certainly not easy to defeat. During the battle, she encounters a ragtag band, all with stories and goals of their own. When the strangers realize villagers have been carried off in the night by the creatures, all agree they must mount a rescue. But nothing is ever as simple as it seems, and the dragoons need to be informed of the attack. Dragons, never before seen in Valhalla, approach in secret from the Eastern Sea, bringing a doom none could have foreseen. And playing into all of it is a brilliant mastermind, working from the shadows to bring the entirety of the human kingdoms under his control. With seemingly the whole world arrayed against her, how will Taliesimon find the strength to overcome foes coming at her from all sides? What will she do if her most trusted ally turns out to be her greatest enemy? Shadow of the Overlord is over 600 pages of thrilling epic fantasy guaranteed to keep you up reading late into the night. If you enjoyed the constant adventure of Dragonlance, the complex and fully realized world of the Magister trilogy, or the wonderful characters of the Inheritance cycle, you won't want to miss Kevin Potter's epic sword and sorcery adventure. Shadow of the Overlord is an epic fantasy, words, that follows Taliesimon, which I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing wrong, by the way. It follows her on her adventures to become the first female dragoon in living memory, and all of the challenges that follow. We have characters who are nobility, who are warriors, who are fighting for a better future, who are fighting to forget their past, who are fighting to fix things. I mean, it's a wide range of characters, a wide range of magical creatures, and situations, and all sorts of very intricate things that come together in this book. Right, as far as the plot goes, this book follows a fairly standard epic fantasy plot. You have your, let's see how I should describe this. You have the world as it is, and the characters who see the world for what it should be. And you have to describe the world as it is for a good long while in order to figure out why it is that the characters see the world as it should be. And then you have the problem that threatens the world as it is and the world as it should be, both of which is bad. This problem is very bad. However, coming from the perspective of the problem, it's not so problematic. Yeah, anyways, you get your characters who band together against said problem, who are trying to create a better world and also fix said problem. And yeah, past comes back to bite you. You know, you get your magical battles in. It's got all of the things that you would expect in an epic fantasy. As far as the characters go, they also are exactly what you would expect from epic fantasy characters. You have Taliesimon, who is idealistic and stubborn and probably more aggressive is not the right word. Persistent is perhaps the word, than she needs to be. And her companions, we've got, well, I can't really tell you hugely about the companions because there are bits in this story that require, like, not spoiling character secrets. And if I tell you about them, then I will have spoiled character secrets. And just know that the character, you've got your noble warrior, you have your person escaping the past, you have other person fighting for a cause, you've got companions and friends and loyal questioners of the leaders who, well, help in whatever way they can. You've got magic, you've got mayhem, you've got battles. It's everything that you would expect. And I'm sorry I can't describe the characters more thoroughly, but again, spoilers. Just know that they are who you would expect and what you would expect, and it works very well for an epic fantasy. My main critique for this novel is its structure. Okay, epic fantasy is standard to be longer books. This book is 600 and some odd pages long. That's all fine and dandy. I have no problem with that. The problem comes from the fact that the chapters are extremely short and switch character perspectives every single chapter. You will find no two chapters back to back that are the same character. And considering they are only 3-4 pages long, that's the part where I find issue. It's you follow what's going on. It's not hard to do because it follows what you would expect from an epic fantasy. But the chapters stop at points that don't feel like complete chapters. They also are numerous, and the amount of detail that you collect in a 20-page, 30-page span is very large, but it doesn't necessarily cover everything. I mean, it's you only see the characters once, and switching character perspectives is fine, but switching them that frequently becomes very... It's like pulling at threads, and you're trying to weave all of these threads together, but you've got 17 different colors, and you have to use them one after another, after another, after another, and you can't always remember, okay, wait, did this one come, and what did we, and how does this work with that? And it's... The plot, I think, works just fine in this format, but it would also, I think, have been smoother, easier to read and to digest if we saw larger chunks of it happening at the same time, as opposed to broken up over and over again. Now, granted, that doesn't actually have a huge amount to do with the plot or the characters. Like I said, it works just fine. You do follow it, and you don't get terribly lost. It just reads a little choppy. Yeah, so this is absolutely a standard epic fantasy novel. It is precisely what you would expect. It is magic and fighting and questions of right and wrong and forgetting one's past or forging past one's past, because I can do words, and, you know, finding companionship amongst those whom you are with. It's... I don't know how else to describe it besides epic fantasy, because that's what it is. It follows that exactly. Obviously my brain is super coherent today, so yeah, I shall leave you with that and say that's all I've got for today. If you are interested in this book, it is the first in the series. I don't remember how many books are in the series because I'm, yeah, really good at the whole, you know, like, research thing. Again, my brain is not terribly coherent. Anyways, all of the links are in the description box below. You can find them there if you are interested in this book. It is something definitely to sink your teeth into. It's not gonna, you know, last an afternoon. It's gonna last a whole lot longer than that. It actually took me several days to read, which is unusual for me. So, there we go. I said links in the description. I did the thingy. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yeah, well, if you're interested in the book, have a look. Otherwise, I shall see you next time. I'm gonna go figure out what it is that I forgot.